So guys, Andrew Tate's Twitter account posted up today, so everyone's thinking he's been released, but that's just not the case. An update from Sky says that he's going to appear in front of a judge soon, trying to get bail. Speaking to BBC, a spokesperson for the Investigating Organised Crime and Terrorism Unit said that prosecutors had applied to hold the influencer at a detention centre for an additional 30 days. A judge will rule on the application on Friday afternoon, they added, so it seems today we will find out what is going to happen with it. So the 4 suspects appear to have created an organised crime group is the allegation, with the purpose of recruiting, housing and exploiting women by forcing them to create adult content. The brothers have been held under investigation since April alongside 2 Romanian nationals. A spokesperson for Mr. Tate told the Daily Mirror that he could not provide details relating to the arrest. However, Andrew and Tristan Tate have the utmost respect for the Romanian authorities and will always assist and help in any way they can. So guys, basically this is Andrew Tate explaining how he got into the business publicly on a podcast, not really incriminating himself here, just pretty much explaining the situation.
I was on some website, I think it was a gaming website, some not Doppler, some crap. And in the corner it said, talk to live girls now. And it's something, I think it's because I just thought about the fact I had all these girls. I was like, so I clicked on it and I saw some Russian chicks sitting there on some crappy webcam and like these little tokens coming in. I was like, okay, so maybe I could get. Now you see the wheels turning. So I'm sitting there going,
I love that.
I can confirm that was my
I love
sister.
that.
That was my sister. I can confirm.
That's my sister.
So I was like, this bitch is making money. She ain't even hot. And she's just sitting there. And this is, remember, this is the early days of the internet, like dial up. Like she was sitting there, like with her clothes on, like moving like this. Like just sitting. I was like, that makes money? That makes money? So I messaged all my girlfriends. I had 5 of them. I was like, look, you're moving to London. I've decided we need to be together. You're coming to London, blah, blah. She's like, well, I have nothing to do in London. I said, don't worry, I got a job for you, baby. It's going to be fine. You're going to come work for me. And I was sitting there for a while thinking, how do I organize the fact that these 5 girls are coming in thinking they're my girlfriend? And I want them all to do this job. And I decided that honesty is always the best policy. Exactly. And I also decided that I'm not a coward. And I also decided that if all 5 of these chicks attacked me at once, I've got the Aikido. I can deal with it. You understand? I've been around the block.
At least 2 of them are going to be down.
I've been around the block, right? I don't want to take them out, but I could. So they ain't got hands. So I ain't got much to worry about. So I flew all 5 of them in on separate flights. I sat them all down at the same table and said, listen, ladies, this is what we're going to do. And I talked about the webcam business, talked about how I've been with them all, asked them all to come to London, etc. 3 of them told me to get fucked, go back on a plane. 2 of them stayed. And the 2 who stayed worked for me for a very long time. And from there, for about the next 4 years, it built into an empire where I ended up having 75 girls, 5 locations. I was turning over $4 million a month. And it all it went crazy from there. And yeah, that's the story of the webcam business. It's kind of what it is. And
don't forget, my girls were making us money too. Don't forget that. I'm just saying. What, you think I was just what? Sitting with my feet up being like, well, you lost all the money in the casino. So, no. I was doing the exact same thing, just for the record.
So the webcam had you and the other girls.
No. It was just the girls.
So guys, the Romanian Organised Crime and Terrorism Unit issued a statement, but did not name the Tate brothers, but it is obviously them, stating that 2 British citizens and 2 Romanian citizens were suspected of being part of a criminal group focused on human trafficking. The statement said that officers had identified women who were sexually exploited, 6 of them, and is part of an organised criminal group. Police said the victims were recruited from British citizens who said they had misrepresented their intention to enter into a relationship with the victims, which is called the lover boy method. They're being accused of basically a manipulation tactic for Tristan and Andrew to pretend to like these girls to get in a relationship with them, then get a favour back out of that relationship to basically work on these adult sites. So they kind of manipulated into it, is what they're being accused of doing to these women. Now, the raid footage also come out and there's guns and knives. We don't know who these belong to. It says that Andrew Tate moved to Romania around 5 years ago, and rumours had swirled online that the police had been tipped off to Mr. Tate's presence after he posted a video of where there was a certain pizza outlet in that, and his reply to Greta Thunberg in their Twitter dispute. Now, Andrew Tate was actually asked about these allegations before on an interview and said this.
That the U.S. Embassy in Bucharest, Romania was tipped off to your misdeeds and alerted the local authorities you might be committing human trafficking. Given that this is the same charge they leveled against Julian Assange or a species of it, skeptical, but I want to know the details. Were you arrested for human trafficking? What happened?
Yeah, I was not arrested. So what happened is I suffered from a case of swatting. It's very popular with people who are large on the internet. Many large YouTubers have been swatted. It's where you call the police and you say somebody has a gun or there's a hostage situation and the SWAT team arrives. Somebody made a phone call to the American embassy saying that I was holding women at my house. The police arrived. And let me state this now. I state this openly to the world. I have absolute respect for the police. I would hate to live in a country where if you call the police saying women are being held against their will, that the police don't respond. That would be terrible. Of course they should come and look. Absolutely. They turned up. They investigated. They realized that nobody was in the house against their will. There was no crime committed. They said, okay, you're not a suspect, but you are a witness to this, along with me, my brother, the housekeeper, the gardener. Everybody who was in the premises at the time was labeled a witness. We had to go to the police station for 45 minutes for pieces of paper. We filled them in and we were let go. I was swatted. Nobody was hurt. There's no human trafficking. There's no women who were tied up. There's none of these things. It's all just complete fallacy.
Now, innocent until proven guilty, but if he was found guilty of these charges, he could face up to 20 years in prison, which is absolutely crazy. Now, currently his situation is he's trying to get out on bail and will go for that bond. He would have the best lawyers available, and a lot of Romanian lawyers speak out and say that they're corrupt in Romania, the system, but with a high profile case like this, there's no room for any bribery.
Being banned is that you get 3 lives when you attack powerful people. They first ban you and try and shut you up. Secondly, they'll put you in jail for something you didn't do. And thirdly, they'll kill you. So I've used my first life, which is kind of upsetting when you know that next is going to be some false charges.
The 2 worst ones.
Yeah. And if you survive the false charges, you just die.
Jesus.
So that's kind of upsetting. But
that's kind of upsetting.
It is. I like to, it's kind of upsetting. I like to think that people at home know if I ever ended up in a jail cell and the media started printing why, that they'd know it's a pure lie and they made it up.
Yeah.
But that's kind of scary. Outside of that, the ban in and of itself has not, I don't care, bro. It's made no difference to my life. The only thing Instagram was good for was a bunch of chicks, and that's all. That's the only thing I used it for.
And you have them in.
I do okay. I don't need it.
So yeah, right now it's just going to be a waiting game. A couple of old clips keep surfacing from the previous time they were swatted. Don't get it misconstrued, guys. I'll keep you posted on everything that happens with this case. They are not out right now. They have not been released. It's most likely someone running his Twitter. This guy posts so many times a day on Twitter. Most likely he does have a team. Now, he also posted that same thing on his Insta as well. It's just his social team putting out the same message to his fans. But yeah, guys, I'm keeping posted on everything right now. Any information that drops, it will be here first. So leave a like and subscribe to the notification bell. At 300k, we're doing a massive giveaway.